again, readers! It's me, Raimskie, and welcome to another book review for 2022. And in this video, I will hopefully once again be talking about A Taste of Gold and Iron by Alexandra Rowland. And yes, you guys can see that it is said here that it will be released on June 2022. That's because it was slated for June 2022, but things happened and they changed the publication date and moved it to August 30, 2022. And look at that gorgeous guava. Look at it. Oh, and yes, it's a romance, a Killian romance to be specific, and it's about these two, a prince and a bodyguard. So, before anything else, I have to tell you the bad news, or the things that I didn't like about this book first, and its content warnings. Let's start with the content warnings first. So, in this book, one of the main characters has a chronic, undiagnosed clinical anxiety. Because whenever he feels a little bit anxious, he immediately goes into a panic/anxiety attacks. So it has chronic, undiagnosed clinical anxiety, and it has graphic murder scenes. Some of the action scenes in this book end up with graphic murder. And I'm talking about arrows going through the skin, through bone and skin, and throats being slashed open with blood spurting out of it. So be completely aware of those. One of the things that I didn't like about this book is that it is pitched with the tropes such as enemies to lovers and one bed trope. And you all know that I am a sucker for an enemies to lovers kind of book. It is my most favorite of them all. However, it was not the case in this book. Yes, one of the main characters, hated the other main character so much that he doesn't believe that the other main character has any good within him. So my problem with that is, if only one character hates the other, but the other doesn't actually reciprocate that feeling, that hateful, spiteful feeling, it is not actually an enemies to lovers trope. Now, is it? So that's one of my problems, or one of the things that I didn't like about this book, because it was pitched to have that kind of trope, but it was not actually executed well. The second one is that it has a one bed only trope. But here's the thing. Yes, it has a one bed only trope, and by the way, this is going to be a spoiler for you guys, okay? But the other main character did not actually lie down on the bed itself. He only stayed on the bed beside the other main character. And for a one bed only trope, I guess I'm expecting for both of them to share the same bed, but not actually wanting to touch one another, but deep inside would actually like to touch one another. That's the vibe of a one bed only trope. And I didn't get that from this book. And the other thing that I didn't like about this book is that the mystery of who the antagonist is pretty predictable in the beginning, because I know that the prince hates a certain main character here, but I was expecting for a different kind of antagonist, other than the person that he hates. So that mystery is a little bit predictable. Now, for the things that I liked about this book, and one of those is the slow burn romance. And I meant a slow burn because it started at something that is crawling and eventually walking and then running and then boom, explosion. Like, I cannot contain myself by the end because they have been mutually pinning for one another and they have only realized it by the end of the book. And the satisfaction of them finally confessing to one another is I loved it. I loved it very much. Plus, the fact that it has the right amount of angst and spiciness in it. Chef's kiss. Trust me. I was so happy by the end of the book. Also, you all know that I am one of those readers who get bored easily with politics or with books that revolve around politics. However, the explanation of the political system here in this book is so descriptive and so easily comprehensible that I easily get the system and its intricacies. Plus, the ranking of the politicians in this book, top notch. I easily got it. Also, one of the things that I liked about this book is the simple magical system that they have, because no, they don't have any mages here, but they do have people who can touch taste. What does touch tasting mean? So if a certain person who has a touch taste ability, they are able to feel or taste rather a certain metal when they touched it. So if, for example, if they touched a gold coin or a gold piece, they know the feeling or the taste of it. Some touch tasters describe it as a sunny taste with hints of tangerine, hints of cinnamon, something of the sort. And the other ability that is in this book is a person who can tell if another person is lying or telling the truth. And it's just so fascinating, if I'm going to be honest. Moreover, one of the things that I enjoyed about this book is this certain character who is able to call out the bullshits of the two main characters. This certain character is the only character who is able to do that to both of them. And not to mention that there are certain side characters here who are non-binary and uses neo-pronouns. And what are those neo-pronouns? Those are she and seer, which I actually enjoyed reading and quite refreshing, honestly. So with all of that said, I will be giving this book 8 out of 10 stars. Just because of the things that I said in the first place, which are a miss. So I'm sorry, Alexandra, for giving this a not so high rating as the other books, but I actually enjoyed this book. So if you guys liked this book review of A Taste of Gold and Iron by Alexandra Rowland, please do pre-order this from your local indie bookstore, because you are not going to regret reading this book, even though I said those things in the first few minutes of this video. So please do pre-order this, and if I'm not mistaken, Alexandra Rowland has an international pre-order incentives for this book. So do pre-order this one and go to Alexandra Rowland's Bookstagram account and click the link on their bio to sign up for that pre-order incentive. You're not going to regret it. Trust me. So I hope you guys liked watching this book review of A Taste of Gold and Iron by Alexandra Rowland, which comes out on August 30, 2022. And if you guys did like this video, please do give me a thumbs up and do consider subscribing to my channel. And If you guys did not like watching this video, please do give me a thumbs down and put your thoughts in the comment section. Also, you could all follow me on all of my social media accounts. That would be Bookstagram, BookTok, and BookTwitter. But I'm mostly active on Bookstagram, and they all have the same handle, at Raimskie Reads. So again, this is Raimskie, asking you guys, begging you guys to please hunt, discover, and read those queer books. Queer out!